Hello, Steve. What's up?
You gotta clear out of here fast. There's a posse coming to take you in for the Northfield job.
The Northfield job? I didn't know about it until I got this paper. Would they let a man be honest?
Not if the man is Jesse James.
Thanks for the warning, Steve. I'll be on my way.
I'm riding with you.
Now, don't be a fool, kid.
Maybe I'd better tell you, Jesse. The bandit they killed at Northfield was my dad.
Your dad? Poor old Fred. Guess you and I'll have to make a new start together, Steve.
Where are we headed?
Does it make any difference?
No. Let's go.
Got to keep moving. The law has a long reach.
Where do you reckon we are?
Peaceful Valley, Tennessee should be somewhere over that range of hills. We'll stop at the next farmhouse and find out where we are. Don't forget your new name. You're Steve Long.
Right. You're Mr. J.C. Howard. I ain't likely to forget as long as the law's at our heels.
Howdy, miss. Sorry to disturb you. We're kind of off the track and wanted to get some information about the roads to the south.
My dad can help you. Water your horses around the side of the house and come on in.
Thank you, miss.
Who is it, Ann?
A couple of strangers, Dad, wanting information about the roads. I told them to water their horses and come on in and talk to you.
You think I better change, too?
Come in, gentlemen. I'm Ann Bolton.
How do, Miss Ann?
This is my father, Mr. Bolton. Mr.
Howard's the name.
How do you do?
This is my pal, Steve Long.
How do you do, sir?
Glad to know you, gentlemen. I'm sorry I can't get up, but some of those black-hearted raiders we hear...
Don't go into that now, Dad. Mr. Howard wants to know about the roads.
Just where do you want to get to, Howard?
Well, I don't know exactly, Mr. Bolton. Steve and I aim to buy a farm somewhere to the south of here.
The further you get from this section, the better you'll be. But the best way is to go right up... Those black raiders, they're coming again.
There's a sharpshooter in there.
Well, that's due for you, and I ain't hit a that blame thing.
You're hurt.
Not bad.
Get out of here, man! Had enough. like to catch him, Steve. You better go in the house and take care of that arm.
I'll go with him.
No, you'd better come with me to see if we can identify any of the men that have been shot. Also, I'd like to catch that blaze-faced horse. He may be useful.
Son, you'll be as good as new in a couple of days.
Daddy, the dead men were all strangers to me.
Well, that bears out my idea. Those raiders don't belong around these parts. And likely enough, it was Jesse James and his gang.
That ain't possible.
How do you know that, Steve?
Well, I don't know, of course. It's just my opinion.
He does know, Miss Bolton. Because I happen to be Jesse James. No, not Steve. The only law he ever broke was helping me get out of Missouri. But as Steve said, I haven't done all the things that I'm blamed for. We shouldn't have stopped here with all this notoriety.
Shouldn't have stopped? Why, Ann and I'd be dead pigeons right now, with the roof burning over our heads if you hadn't.
Well, then I'm glad we did.
And what's more, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like.
Thanks, Mr. Bolton.
Good. That's settled. Now we'll eat. And then I'm going to go into town and see if that new mowing machine we ordered came in on the boat this morning.
See, that's a good idea.
I'll ride in with you.
You'd better stay here, Steve. I'd like to go along to see if we can find out who owns that raider's horse. It may give us a clue to the meaning of these attacks.
Hear anything of Lawton?
No, not a word.
Should have got back by now. Listen to this. Our geologist says a recheck of the Peaceful Valley survey verifies our first findings in every respect. There is no doubt that an extensive pool of oil lies under the whole region.
Well, are you sure that none of those farmers know anything about this?
Absolutely. Very few people realize the potential value of oil. That's why we've got to get possession of those farms before they learn. And we've only got to reach out our hands. Well, Lawton, is the Bolton job done?
No, we were driven off.
By a cripple and a girl?
Oh, wait a minute. There were others there and some dead shots, too. I only lost 3 men and my horse.
I'm not interested in lost men and horses. The Bolton place is in the heart of the oil lands, and we've got to have it.
All right. I'll just have to raid it with more men.
Now, wait a minute. I've got a better plan than that. Captain Flint is going to dock his boat to Dixie Belle sometime today and take on a load of explosives.
Explosives? What for?
Flint's going to run his steamboat head-on into the levee and flood every farm in Peaceful Valley.
You're liable to drown some folks, ain't you, Chief?
I can't be worrying about that. Get down to the boat landing and give Flint a hand with those explosives.
Okay. Oh!
Hello, Clem.
Howdy, ma'am.
Clem, this is Mr. Howard.
How are you? Sure glad to know you.
You know most of the horses around here. Who owns that one?
Yep. He belongs to a fellow named Lawton. That's right, Clem. That horse was stolen from me last night. You wouldn't happen to be a horse thief, would you, stranger?
The last fellow that rode this horse had his face hidden in the hood. Now, you wouldn't be that fella, would you? Don't go for that gun.
Okay. The next time you cross my path, look out for trouble.
I'll be careful. Your kind are always more dangerous in the hood. What do you know about him, Clem?
Nothing much. He's been in here a couple of times. Hangs out over at the saloon a lot. You might inquire there and over at the livery stable. Or over at Clark's land office.
Mr. Clark knows practically everyone in town. Why don't you see what you can find out there while I go down to the boat landing about the mower?
All right, I will, Ann.
Well, everything's all set for the big blow-off.
Sure would like to see it from a safe distance.
Yes, Miss Ann.
There's a Mr. Howard down at Clark's land office. He's wearing a dark suit and a flat-brimmed hat.
Mr. Howard, dark suit, flat-brimmed hat.
That's right. Tell him Lawton's at the boat landing and for him to come here. Got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, just how does Captain Flint intend to work this thing?
Well, there's nothing to it. As soon as they get on the other side of Big Bend, he'll point to Dixie Belle head on for the levee. And they'll light the fuse and take off in his skiff. Now, the plan that they... Well, Miss Bolton, meddling in other people's business, huh?
Let me go. Let me go.
Get over there and tie her up. Stand watch at the door. I'll go tell Captain Flint to hold the boat till we get her aboard.
Sorry I couldn't be of more help to you, Mr. Howard. Like I told you, we have quite a few tough characters around here, but I don't place this man Lawton.
Thanks for trying anyhow, Mr. Clark.
Quite all right.
See you later.
Come in anytime.
Pardon me, sir. Is you all got a match?
Sure have.
Thank you, sir. Black suit, flat top hat. Mr. Howard! Mr. Howard, sir?
Yes. What is it?
Well, Miss Ann Bolton, she said to tell you all that Lawton is at the steamboat landing, and you all better come down there.
Is that all she said?
Well, that's all, sir. But she looked mighty worried.
Where's the steamboat landing?
Well, sir, you go down here to the corner, and you turn, and it's right over there.
Thanks a lot.
Give me a hand, Bates.
Seen Miss Ann Bolton?
I ain't seen any lady in here. I just come in as the Dixie Belle was casting off.
As a matter of fact,
I gotta get this blast set. Careful your sparks, sir. You'll blow the stuff out of the water.
Yes, sir.
want to do with the girl? Toss her overboard?
No, her body would wash ashore and there'd be an investigation. We'll let her blow up with the levee.
Get him high, gents. Untie the girdle.
Just because the Dixie Belle blew up, there's no reason why we shouldn't go ahead and destroy the levee anyway.
That's what you think. Howard warned the farmers, and every foot of that levee's being guarded day and night.
That's bad. Every moment of delay increases the danger that someone will learn there's a lake of oil under the Peaceful Valley farms.
That ain't likely.
It wasn't likely that Howard would learn of our plot to destroy the levee and show up aboard the Dixie Belle, but he did. We'll have to find a way to draw the guards off the levee. In the meantime, continue your raids. Attack the Wilky farm this afternoon.
I'll get word to my men right away.
As a detective, I'm a washout. I couldn't find out who owned the Dixie Belle or anything about it.
Hey, what about Lawton? You and Ann have enough on him to hang him.
Yes, Jesse. Why not have Lawton arrested?
Well, for 2 reasons. First, until folks around here get used to me as J.C. Howard. I don't think Jesse James should be rubbing elbows with the law. Second, Lawton is the only man we can identify as a member of the Raiders' outfit. Leaving him free to act, we might be able to establish some sort of contact and...
Like a spy in enemy camp. Hey, that's a ticket. And I'm elected. Listen, Lawton don't know me.
No, Steve. If they find out who you are, they'll kill you.
We'll all be killed if we don't. And if I can get Lawton's confidence, or we can find out who's behind these raiders. Why, he might even lead me to the big boss himself.
It's dangerous, Steve. Remember what we used to do to spies.
You're not trying to scare me, are you, Jesse?
All right, Steve. Let's find Lawton and pull the old Army game on him.
Say, he hangs out a lot at that Paradise Saloon in town.
Good. Let's get started.
Be careful, Steve.
Aren't you worried about me, Ann?
Of course.
Hey, beat it. I said beat it.
Bartender.
Who's the tough guy?
He's new to me. Bartender! I'm coming. All right, what do you have? Whiskey.
Hiya, Howard.
Lawton, I'd like you to go over to the sheriff's office with me.
Why should I?
Explain all you know about the Dixie Belle and your connection with the Black Raiders. Now get going.
Not so fast, mister. Now get out of here.
Thanks.
Frank Jones.
How come you cut yourself in on my fight?
I'd help a polecat if the sheriff was after him.
Sheriff? That wasn't a sheriff. It was a guy named Howard. He's been messing in my affairs.
If I'd have known it was a private feud, I wouldn't have butted in.
Glad you did. I can use a fellow like you in my setup.
Nobody uses me.
Oh, calm down. You're out after money, ain't you? I know where there's plenty of it.
Well, that's different. What's the play?
Ah, you're talking. Ride out to my camp with me, and I'll explain on the way. Frank Jones. He's going to be with us.
Hi. Hello.
Leif, round up the boys and tell them to meet me at the usual place. We're going to raid the Wilky farm at 3 o'clock.
Hey, what's the purpose of these raids? Do we get any money or cattle or what?
We want those farms. That's enough for you to know right now.
Okay, but if I grab any loot this afternoon, is it mine?
You won't be with us this afternoon. You're going to stay here and guard camp.
I guess that suits me.
Gloves ready.
I ain't in town.
I'll take you up.
Take any seat in the house.
Men, don't fire until I give you the word. Understand? It's nearly 3 now. Get out of sight. Come on. Get ready, men. Here they come. Fire!
Wagon, run it down on the house. I'll cover you.
and we'll set fire to the wagon and run it down on the house. I'll cover you.
It's going to hit the house. I think I can stop it.
Flush them out now. Let's get out of here.
Looks like our trick worked.
They're sure leaving.
When the wagon's turned over, we had to clear out.
That's great. A few more mistakes like this, and we might as well let the farmers know what we're after.
What are you so worried about? No one knows there's oil under that land except us.
No, but they might. That's why we've got to get possession before anybody finds out. The only way to do that is to scare those farmers into selling.
Yeah, we're doing all right until that Howard guy showed up.
Wonder how he knew about the raid in time to warn the farmers. The information must have come from one of the raiders.
Not a chance. My men are all okay.
Even the new one you took on yesterday?
Yes, even him.
Well, keep an eye on him anyway. Just to be on the safe side, you'd better move your outfit over to Echo Cave.
All right. But I still think we ought to do something about that Howard guy.
I'll do the thinking around here. And right now, it's much wiser just to watch every move he makes. I want to know what he's doing all the time.
I'll send a couple of men over to the Bolton place to keep an eye on him.
All we know is that Lawton's their leader. But who's behind him, and what's the reason for all this violence and terrorism?
Well, honey, if we had the answer to those questions, we wouldn't have to be cleaning these firearms now.
Sometimes it all seems so useless.
You're worried about Steve, aren't you?
Yes, and about you, too. Suppose someone should accidentally discover that Mr. Howard is really the notorious Jesse James.
Now, we'll worry about that when the time comes. In the meantime, it's more important to keep an eye on the raiders' hideout. Steve might have some important information for us.
When do we start?
Right now.
We're pulling out of here.
Where to, Bolt?
Echo Cave. You. Help Trent round up the horses. Never mind the other stuff. I thought I told you to help with the horses.
I'm in no hurry, Lawton.
Well, I am. This outfit, you take orders from me or else.
Or else I go my way.
Nobody's going anyplace until I find out how that Wilky deal got fouled up.
This gun handle's mighty easy, Lawton, and I don't like to use it on any of my friends.
Forget it. I must have lost my temper.
It seems deserted.
Sure does. Let's take a look around. You're right. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. They must be coming back because they left some of their stuff.
I wonder where they went.
Wait a minute. Here's something. Steve and I used cards to send code messages when we were in the Army. The torn ace of spades always indicated trouble.
Then Steve must be in trouble.
See these marks? When the cards are arranged in suits and stacked, they should tell us something. I'm going to see what made that rabbit jump. Meantime, you stay here and sort these in suits.
All right.
Get those hands up. Get moving. A couple of Lawton snoopers. We'll hold them for the sheriff. Over by that tree. Keep them covered, Ann. It's too late to go after the other one. Besides, the message on these cards is probably more important.
Echo Cave.
That's where they must have gone. And that's where I'm going. In the meantime, you get the sheriff and his deputies and come to Echo Cave. Let's get to our horses.
You never did tell me much about that outfit you were with down in Texas.
There's a lot I don't know about you either. So that should make it kind of even.
That sharp tongue of yours is going to get you in a lot of trouble some of these days.
Howard caught us at the camp. I managed to get away.
What'd you come here for? You might have been followed.
Don't worry. I was in the clear. Besides, he seemed to be more interested in some cards laying around than anything else.
Cards, huh? Stand watch outside.
I, kind of misplaced my gun.
Misplaced it? All right, what'd you do with that deck of cards?
You're jumping at conclusions again, Lawton.
Am I? We'll see about that. Sit down.
Howard's heading this way.
Yeah? No. I got a better idea. going to give you a chance to prove that I'm all wrong about you. Give me that gun. Going to leave one shell in this gun. When Howard steps through that entrance, shoot to kill. There'll be curtains for both of you. Get over there.
You all right, Steve?
Yeah, I'm all right.
We'd better look around. Might find something that'll tip off why the farmers are being raided, or who's in back of the raids.
Hey, Jesse. These saddlebags belong to Lawton.
Maybe it ain't important, but that map we've been working from was in my saddlebags. I looked for 'em after they'd gone, but couldn't find 'em. That double-crossing Jones or Howard must have got 'em.
What? Why, that map shows where I intend to drill test wells after we've cleared the farmers off and got their lands.
It was just a map with some cross marks on it.
Just a map. Well, that's enough. Those cross marks with relation to the contour lines would show any expert that oil is suspected to be under Peaceful Valley. If that information gets out, no amount of birding or raiding would get us another acre. We'd lose a fortune.
Well, it ain't lost yet. The map was hidden in a secret pocket.
Good. But we're not safe as long as they have those saddlebags. Send one of your men out to the Bolton farm, and be sure he keeps an eye on Howard.
Right.
This stuff you found in Echo Cave don't tell us much.
No, but this Black Raiders outfit is important evidence against Lawton.
It should be enough for the sheriff to act on.
I hope so. Lawton must be the leader of the Black Raiders. Maybe if he's put in jail, there'll be an end to these raids and people being killed.
I'll get this to the sheriff right away.
Oh, you better be careful. It ain't exactly safe for Jesse James to go calling on the sheriff.
I know, but the sheriff doesn't have my picture. And as far as he knows, I'm your friend, Mr. Howard, and not Jesse James.
Dad's right, Jesse. You'd better be careful. There might be some of those Pinkertons around town.
She's sure they're wearing type, eh, Steve? See you later.
You haven't missed Howard, have you?
No, he's got to come by here on his way to the sheriff's office. Here he comes now. Tell Lawton to give me 5 minutes. Howard!
Kinda in a hurry, Clark. What do you have in mind?
Got a little proposition I want to make you. Have a seat.
Thanks.
Howard, you've been around quite a while now. Thought you might be interested in a good buy.
Might be interested in a buy?
Fellow down the river has always had a bit of trouble. Wants to sell out cheap. Place is fully equipped.
Hands on the desk, both of you. Get those saddlebags.
the other one go?
I don't know. When I came to, he was gone.
Let's take another look at these saddlebags. Nothing's going to a lot of trouble to get them back. It must be mighty important. Secret pocket. It's a map of Peaceful Valley. This cross here marks the Bolton farm.
Doesn't make sense.
It's a topographical map. And I've got a hunch these crosses here mark the farms the raiders intend to visit. If we can find out what farms they are, we'll be able to hand the raiders a welcome they won't forget.
You may be right, Howard, but I still don't see.
Have you got a plot map showing who owns the farms hereabouts?
Oh, I may have. This is the only thing I have. It may show something, or it may not. Just as you surmised. There's the Bolton farm, and this is the Wilky place.
That proves my point. Both places have been attacked by the raiders. Now I've got to find out the location of the other farms marked by the crosses.
I'm sorry I don't have a full-scale map of the entire valley, but if you leave this one with me, I'll try to locate one.
No, it might cause you too much trouble. Besides, I want the information in a hurry. I'll take the night boat down the river to the county seat. They'll have a larger scale map of the valley in the surveyor's office. See you later.
Good luck. River victim washed ashore near Little Bend. No clues to identity of drowned man. Corpse may be identified and claimed at Little Bend Wharf.
Yeah, that's our friend Howard, all right.
Your men did a good job, Warden. Good, but not complete.
What do you mean? Howard was our most dangerous enemy.
And he's still dangerous as a corpse. Remember, he had the geological map of the oil lands in his pocket. If that map falls into the hands of an expert, our whole scheme for securing those lands and the oil beneath them will be wrecked.
Oh, but Chief, the water must have ruined the map. Or made it unreadable.
You think so, but we've got to know. But Gus Simmons knows Howard by sight. Have him go out there, get the map, and bring it to you at the camp in Sandstone Canyon.
What, a stick-up?
Of course not. Have him identify the body of Howard as that of a lost relative.
But... yeah.
That's Johnny, I'm sure, but I ain't seen him for quite some time.
Well, you better be sure. But take your time. The stuff that we took out of his pocket's down on the table. That might help you identify him. I'll be up on the wharf if you want me.
One of the men who killed me?
No, I didn't do it. I wasn't there. No, don't touch me.
Who sent you here for that map?
Lawton sent me here.
Who gives Lawton his orders?
I don't know. None of us know the name of the chief. We just work for Lawton.
Don't lie. It's fatal to lie to the dead.
I ain't lying. I'm telling the truth. Lawton told me to get that map and bring it to him tonight at the camp at Sandstone Canyon. That's all I know. Then you ain't dead, huh?
Not very. You see, I had a knife in my pocket when I went into the water, and I cut myself loose in time. Thanks for the help, Hammond. Now, if you'll get a rope and tie him up.
I sure will, Mr. Howard. And I'll take him to lockup, too.
What'd you learn, Steve?
His horse is outside with one of those black raider outfits in the saddlebags.
Good. Now, this is no use to us. But thanks to our frightened friend there, I'll be able to deliver it to the Raiders' camp tonight. Let's get out of here.
All right. Hey, looks like there's another job cooking.
Yeah, maybe Lawton's still there. We'll deal with him. Wait here. If I can play my part well enough, I might be able to find out who their chief is.
Well, you played the part of Mr. Howard pretty well. Jesse James ought to be able to act a bandit.
With Howard out of the way now, we can... Here comes number 20 with news.
Dead man was Howard, all right.
Now that that's settled, here's the plan. You men all know where to go. When you see the signal, set fire to the fields. When the blaze is well underway, the explosives from the old Desmond mine will be hauled out to blow open the levee and complete the destruction.
What's the signal for starting the fires?
Who said that?
I did.
If you were number 20, you'd know. Take off his mask.
Howard, alive.
But not for long.
They're gonna burn the farms. We've got to stop them.
Well, what do we do now?
You warn the farmers of the coming attack. I've got to ride to the Desmond mine to prevent the levee from being blown up.
They're out! The Black Raiders are burning a field! The whole valley's ablaze!
Come out with your hands in the air. With your hands in the air.
Since you're the principal losers in the fire started by the Black Raiders, Mr. Howard asked me to call you together secretly to discuss ways and means of dealing with them.
Got any ideas, Howard?
Yes, I have, Mr. Hawks. Someone is trying to get every bit of land in Peaceful Valley. Just why, I don't know yet.
I don't get it.
You will. I've got a plan. But I must warn you, we must keep our actions a secret. As I see it, all the raids follow similar events. First, the attack on the farmer. Second, someone makes a cheap offer for the farm. Right?
That's right.
That means you'll all get an offer for your places sooner or later.
I'll blow the head off the first man who tries to buy me out.
Me too.
Yes, I know that would give you a lot of satisfaction. But it won't stop these raids nor reach the ringleader. My plan is more likely to get results.
I'm for anything that will do that.
Just what is your idea, Howard?
Well, if a buyer comes to you, stall him. Tell him to come back later. Then get word to me at the Bolton farm. I'll be near when he shows up, and follow him when he leaves.
That's a good idea.
That'll do it. I'm glad you men approve, but I must warn you again not to discuss our plans with anyone, because I'm convinced it's the only way to get to the brains of the organization. See you later.
After last night, those farmers will be glad to sell out at any price.
And that leaves only the farms below the levee to take care of. Then we won't care who learns that Peaceful Valley is right over a lake of oil. I will make millions. Better have Austin start buying up the farms. Hawks, I told you never to come here.
I had to. Howard's planning to trail Austin when he shows up to buy the farms.
Howard.
Nonsense, he can't watch them all.
But the farmers have agreed to stall Austin until they get word to Howard.
Get word to Howard, huh? Well, we'll get word to Howard ourselves. Lawton, contact some of your men. Have them meet you.
Hello, the house.
Yes?
Got a message from Mr. Howard.
I'm Howard.
Wilky sent me to tell you the man you expected has been there, and will be back at 3 o'clock. Said you know what he means.
Thanks. I do.
It looks like your scheme is working, Mr. James.
You'd better call me Howard when strangers are so near. If that man would happen to hear you, he might put 2 and 2 together and realize that I am Jesse James.
I'm sorry. I'll be more careful from now on, Oh, Mr. Howard.
That's all right, Ann. Guess I better get started for Wilky's place. Bye.
Hey, Doty. That's him, all right. There he is.
Fellas looking for something?
Hello, Howard. What are you doing here?
You sent for me, didn't you? A rider came by and told me you wanted to see me. So I figured our buyer friend was in to see you.
No buyer's been here.
I figured as much when a couple of men tried to ambush me on the way over. Don't worry, they're dead.
Ambushed. I wonder how they knew about our plan.
Somebody talked.
Well, that means...
Exactly. That someone of our own group is a spy for the Black Raiders.
A spy? Well, that seems impossible.
But it isn't. And we've got to find out who that someone is. How about Clay?
Oh, no. The Raiders shot his son.
Hawks?
No, he'd have no reason. He's pretty well fixed, although he is kind of wild and a heavy drinker.
Has he been raided?
They burned a hay rack of his.
Not much of a loss considering what the others have lost. Just how well fixed is he?
I don't know. Some distant cousin of his left him some money about a year ago.
When did the raids first start?
About a year ago. You don't think...
I might think anything. At least enough to go over to his place and ask him a few questions.
He's not there. He went to town after the meeting. He hasn't passed going back yet.
Then I'll see him in town. See you later.
He hangs out a lot at the Paradise Bar.
Go ahead.
Thanks.
Well, I guess Howard's done for by now.
Howard just rode into town.
What?
How did he get by my men?
Never mind speculating about that now. You'd better get out there and find out what he's doing in town.
Hello, Hawks. You seem surprised to see me. Why?
I heard you'd been killed.
Is that so? I thought only the Black Raiders would hear that.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean you're a spy for the Black Raiders.
No, you're wrong.
You told them our plans to trap the buyer.
Not me.
Don't lie. You want to save your neck, you'd better talk. Who's the leader of the Black Raiders? Talk, I say! How does it look, Ann?
Not bad, mostly shock. But just the same, I think you'd better get a doctor.
No, as long as it's not serious, I'd rather not. It might tip Lawton off to where we have Hawks hidden. We can't take that chance.
I don't get it. What good can we do playing nursemaid to a double-crossing spy?
Plenty. As soon as he comes to, we'll try to make him talk and tell us who and what's behind this rotten business of terrorizing the farmers and destroying their property.
That may be true, but supposing he doesn't pull through, you might have a little trouble talking yourself out of a murder charge.
You know you can't afford an investigation of any kind. Someone might accidentally discover that J.C. Howard is really Jesse James.
That's right, but Hawks isn't hurt that bad. And all we have to do is take care of him till he's able to talk. In the meantime, you stay here while I go into town and get some medicine and bandages.
I'll get some brandy while you're there. It'll help build up his strength once he comes around.
It's a good idea.
I'll ride along and pick up some groceries.
Don't you think he'll be lonesome?
It'll do him good.
And I suppose the next thing you're going to tell me is that Hawks just got up and walked out with a knife sticking in him.
Maybe Howard carried him out. I don't know. Anyway, I can't figure out what he'd want with a corpse.
That's what I'm trying to make you understand. Hawks isn't dead. Howard wouldn't have touched him with a 10-foot pole if he was, and he'll hold him until he can make him talk.
So what? Hawks doesn't know there's oil under that land.
He knows I'm the payoff man behind the raids, doesn't he? Isn't that enough to blast us wide open?
We could shut him up for good, you know.
Yes, but you've got to find him first.
Well, we could trail Howard and his buddy. That might lead us to where he's...
No, they're too smart for that. Got to find a better way.
Oh!
The Bolton girl. That's it. Lawton, come here.
I'll wait for you in front of the general store after I'm through shopping.
Right.
She must know where Hawks is, and she's going to tell you where. Now, here's what I want you to do. Put a man on Howard to keep him out of the way. Then I'll get a hold of Rose, and she'll put on an act. That'll convince him.
Small bottle of brandy.
That's terrible stuff, brandy. Why don't you have a man's drink? Well, I'll be hornswoggled and pickled and brine if it ain't my old pal, Rusty Foster.
Must be some mistake, Bud. My name's Howard.
That's what I said. Rusty Foster. What a small world this is. How about a drink, pal?
No thanks. I'm in a hurry.
Oh, is that the way to treat an old pal? Won't even have a drink? Let me pick it up. Pardon me, Rusty.
Could you help me, please?
Why, yes, of course.
My baby's in back of the wagon, awful sick. Would you sit with her while I drive to the doctor's?
Surely.
I don't see any baby.
Quiet, you won't get hurt. Get back here and sit down.
Everything's just as good as new. Come on, Rusty, how about a drink?
Double sarsaparilla.
Why, yes. She left here about 10 minutes ago.
Did she buy any rice?
A 10-pound sack. Why, is there anything wrong?
Plenty.
Time, where is Hawks hidden?
I told you, I don't know.
You're lying. You know very well those no-good friends of yours have got him hid out somewhere. You're not leaving here until we find out.
How can I tell you what I don't know?
You don't know, huh? In that case, we'll have to help you to remember. You remember now?
No.
Give me a hand here. Tell me now where Hawks is being held? It's your last chance to talk.
Shut that off. Drop those guns. One at a time. You. Open that door. You all right, Ann?
Yes.
And if Howard hadn't have showed up, maybe the girl would have told us where Hawks is. I don't know. I know there's no use trying that again.
No, but we've got to locate Hawks. He doesn't know there's oil under Peaceful Valley, but he does know I organized the raids against the farmers so I could buy up their lands, and I don't want him telling that to Howard.
Maybe he's already told him.
Oh, I doubt it. As soon as Howard finds that out, we're all done. A fortune in oil gone. Lawton, you've got to find Hawks and take care of him before he tells.
Yeah? Well, it's no sense trailing Howard or his buddy. They're pretty smart hombres, if you ask me.
Maybe so. But if they had something important on their minds and were forced to go where Hawks is, they might not be so careful.
Well, that part makes sense.
All right, here's the rest of it. Have Doyle, the barkeep at the Paradise Saloon, swear out a warrant for Hawks. Get a court order calling for Howard and Long to deliver him to the sheriff. That'll make him head out of town fast and give you a chance to trail him.
Plan worked. There goes Steve Long.
You might as well start talking, Hawks. You'll stay here till you do.
I ain't saying I know anything, but you'd never get it out of me if I did.
It's too bad. Just came from the sheriff's office.
What's up?
He wants Hawks.
What does he want me for?
He knows we have him?
Yep. Doyle talked.
He didn't.
The sheriff's got a court order demanding that we bring Hawks in so he can be held to answer to the charges.
What charges? I ain't done nothing.
Well, I guess we'll have to turn him in.
Can he travel?
He can make it all right.
Wait a minute. I'm a sick man. What does the sheriff want me for?
I don't know, but he says you're guilty of whatever it is.
I swear I ain't. Don't take me in.
We've got to. It's a court order. But we might put in a good word for you.
Would you? That'd help a lot. Thanks.
Who's the leader of the Black Raiders?
If I tell you, will you help me?
We'll do all we can. Who's in back of the raids?
Jim.
Lawton made a run for it. Doesn't look like he'll ever talk again. We better go tell the sheriff. And before Hawks could say any more than Jim, he was shot.
That's not much help. Seems like half the men in Peaceful Valley are named Jim. It's a tough break.
Yes, and we'll go on having them as long as Lawton's out and around. Sheriff, I'd like to swear out a warrant charging him with Hawks's murder.
All right. Lawton will be a tough one to locate, though.
Well, I don't mean to tell you your business, Sheriff. But if it were my job, I'd start by offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to his arrest.
Fair enough. We'll post the reward. And, being as it's your idea, you and Steve can take over for the county.
I know, Sheriff, but
Raise your right hands. You solemnly swear to uphold the laws of the United States in this county?
Yeah.
Special Deputy Howard, you're in charge of this case. Here, make up your poster.
What's so funny?
I wonder what the folks in Missouri would say.
Jesse James, special deputy. Your brother Frank could sure get a kick out of that.
Here's your badges.
Thanks.
Let's see what you've got there.
I wonder who that is.
No one I know.
What's up, Jesse?
It's about Lawton. Listen. Special Deputy Howard. Come alone to Moody's barn at 10 tonight, and I will tell you where you can get Lawton. Be sure you come alone.
Who's it from?
It isn't signed.
Maybe it was one of Lawton's Black Raiders, looking to pick up $1,000 without taking any chances.
I don't know about that. It don't seem to me that a raider would turn Lawton in. Well, they must have been making plenty. And if Lawton goes, they'll be out much more than $1,000.
I wonder why that rider left so fast. Jesse, it's a trap.
Kind of figured that way myself. Never did think we'd get an honest bid for that reward.
Well, we'll soon know. Let's go, Jesse.
You better take another look at that note, Steve. It says for me to come alone. No use scaring off whoever sent it.
But why take chances?
And you said yourself it was probably a trap.
That's right, Ann. And I aim to trap the trapper. Now, as soon as it gets dark tonight...
Hang on to this rope while I rig up the counterbalance.
What's the counterbalance for?
That's to make the gun fire in case the rope breaks, so that the gun will go off with a pull from either direction.
Okay, try it. Works like a charm. Careful now, don't trip over that rope. After I get this loaded, we'll all be blown to bits. That's a little surprise we're saving for Mr. Howard. Okay, all set. We gotta get out the back way. Wait a minute, I forgot the lantern.
Hold it. Drop those guns. I'll get moving. Keep going.
Okay, Howard, you win. But don't make us go through the door. If that gun goes off, we'll all be blown to bits.
Sheriff wants to talk to you, Lawton. But if you try anything, you won't live to get there.
Well, Lawton not only failed to get Howard in his trap, he got himself captured.
What? Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I just saw Howard take him in the sheriff's office. You don't think he'll talk, do you?
Anybody will talk if the pressure's strong enough. We've got to make dead sure he doesn't. Get in touch with the men. Have them be sure to watch.
And I can prove that this man is the leader of the Black Raiders and directly responsible for the crimes they've committed.
That's a lie. You can't prove anything. You can't hold me.
You just think I can't hold you. Just try to get away. My deputy Howard here is mighty handy with a pistol. And besides, it would save the state a pot full of money if you were laid out in a pine box. Now, let's see how much evidence we've got. Supposing you start by telling me where you first crossed the trail of this man and his Black Raiders.
Well, we first suspected Lawton when we grabbed his horse after the raid on the Bolton farm. But our first positive identification came when Miss Bolton heard Lawton conspiring to blow up the levee. She was captured and taken aboard the Dixie Belle. I got word of this and hurried over to the wharf. You seen Miss Ann Bolton?
I ain't seen any lady in here. I just come in as the Dixie Belle was casting off.
As a matter of fact,
I gotta get this blast set. Careful of your sparks, sir. You'll blow the stuff out of the water. Yes, sir.
What do you want to do with the girl? Toss her overboard?
No, her body had washed ashore and there'd be an investigation. We'll let her blow up with the levee.
get him high, gents. Untie the girl. from all this that the raiders had some deep underlying purpose in their determined efforts to drive the farmers off their lands. Now, to find out what this purpose was, Steve put on an act for Lawton and got himself accepted as a member of the Black Raiders.
Meet Frank Jones. He's going to be with us.
Hi. Hello.
They've round up the boys and tell them to meet me at the usual place. We're going to raid the Wilky farm at 3 o'clock.
Hey, what's the purpose of these raids? Do we get any money or cattle or what?
We want those farms. That's enough for you to know right now.
Okay, but if I grab any loot this afternoon, is it mine?
You won't be with us this afternoon. You're going to stay here and guard camp.
I guess that suits me.
Gloves ready.
Hide and towel.
I'll take you up.
Take any seat in the house.
Men, don't fire until I give you the word. Understand? It's nearly 3 now. Get out of sight. Get ready, men. Here they come. Fire!
We'll set fire to the wagon and run it down on the house. I'll cover you.
It's going to hit the house. I think I can stop it.
We can't flush them out now. Let's get out of here.
We finally beat him off, but Steve was suspected by the raiders and never did learn the name of their leader.
I think we can persuade Lawton to give us that bit of information.
I'll tell you nothing.
Because if he turns state's evidence, he might get off with a long stretch in the pen. But if he doesn't, he'll get a long stretch in the neck. I'll give you 1 minute to think it over. Don't waste it. Time's up. Talk now, or hang.
What protection do I get from the gang if I squeal?
You'll be locked up where Jesse James himself can't get at you. Time's up. Talk now, or hang.
What protection do I get from the gang if I squeal?
You'll be locked up where Jesse James himself can't get at you.
Just a smoke bomb. Lawton was gone. He must have gone out the back window. deposit of natural gas under high pressure. That's a mighty good indication that there's oil under this whole valley.
Oil? Why, Ann, that means we'll all be rich.
I can't guarantee that. Not until we get a geologist on the job. But it certainly explains what the Black Raiders are after.
It sure does. Why, if they could drive the farmers off the land and buy in cheap, they'd clean up millions. Jesse James in his heyday was a biker compared to the man behind these raiders.
And Jesse James, as an honest citizen, is going to beat them at their own game.
Oil boom. Professor Walden, noted geologist, certain that a lake of oil is under Peaceful Valley. J.C. Howard calls meeting of farmers to hear Walden report. How you ever led Howard to that gas cave is beyond me.
Oh, shut up.
Have you seen this?
Certainly. Better let me and the boys break up that meeting, boss.
Oh, no. I want it to take place. But if they raise the money to drill...
The boss means they won't raise it.
Oh, the contrary. I offered to lend Howard the money to drill the wells.
What are you laughing at?
I don't know. Neither does Mr. Howard.
And not wanting to raise your hopes too high on my guesses, I had Mr. Walden, the geologist, make a complete survey. He's now ready to report to you.
There's not much I can add to what Howard's already told you. His guesses were pretty good. My survey indicates a large pool of crude oil under a considerable portion of Peaceful Valley.
What do you suggest we do next?
Well, I'd recommend you pool your resources and put down a test well. What's more, I'd suggest you sink it right here on Wilky's ranch.
You're talking to poor folks, mister. What'll it cost to sink this test well?
Oh, I'd say between $35,000 and $40,000.
40,000? Why, you couldn't raise 5,000 in this bunch with a curry comb.
Just a minute. I figured as much and had a talk with Mr. Clark, whom you all know. Clark represents some Eastern capitalists and says he'll raise the money for us.
Those Eastern fellows don't do nothing for nothing. What's the catch?
This appears to be a straight business deal. All they ask is a legal rate of interest on their money. It'll be necessary for you to mortgage your farms and give one of your number a power of attorney to sign a 90-day note.
90 days give us enough time?
Plenty. You should bring in your well with time to spare.
Then I say that J.C. Howard be appointed to represent us. Sign our note. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Thanks, men. Miss Bolton has the necessary documents ready for your signature. Here are powers of attorney give me authority to act for these men.
Yes, these seem to be in order. These are the blanket mortgage and the note. Before you sign those, I want your assurance that the farmers understand the money must be paid on the day it's due. I don't think I can get them an extension.
That's understood. Our geologist assures us we'll have the well in easily before the deadline.
Very good. You better count this. When do you expect to start operations?
Steve Long and I are taking the night boat to Memphis to buy the drilling rig and supplies. We'll see you when we get back.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
I guess you know what you're doing. But you're taking an awful chance. If they sink that well, they sink you and the rest of us with it.
Take it easy.
Howard and his friend Steve won't be the only ones on that boat. We might do a little sinking ourselves.
Well, it looks as though for once we've made a move without the Raiders' outfit being tipped off.
Yeah. I wonder what time Miss Tubb gets to Memphis.
Harley wouldn't hazard a guess.
Uh-huh.
Hey, let's see what the fellow in the engine room has to say.
All right.
Passengers ain't allowed in the engine room.
Just trying to find out what time we reach Memphis.
Oh, we're close to Memphis now. Ought to be there pretty soon if we have any luck.
I hope you're right.
Your luck's gonna be all bad. Get him up. Take the guns. Tie him up. Get over there. Where have you got that money? Thought you'd carry it in one of these. Stand over there. When you get through with them, shut off the steam to the engine. Tie down that safety valve.
Dixie, we gotta get out of here. Thanks, pal. That sure was a close call.
Still got the money?
Right in the old boot.
I'd give 6 bits to see Lawton's face when he opens that phony money belt.
Forget Lawton's face. We've got to figure a way to get off this crate and get to Memphis, even if we have to swim.
You hadn't been tricked into bringing back a money belt stuffed with newspapers, our worries would have been over. We'd have had the $40,000 plus the mortgages on every acre of oil land in the country. Instead, we've given a bunch of farmers a chance to bring in their well. What'd you find out?
The drilling machinery has been loaded on the steamer. It's due in a day.
Hey, that's a perfect setup. We'll organize an attack by the raiders and dump the stuff overboard before they have a chance to unload it.
Use your head, Lawton. We can't attack them in broad daylight, especially with that sharpshooting Howard around. It'll be easier to hit them while they're transporting the equipment to the drilling site.
But that still doesn't take care of Howard.
Don't worry about Howard. I'll guarantee he won't be with that wagon train. Now, here's what I have in mind. When that wagon train gets to the...
Sure glad that this is the last wagon.
Me too, but we have still got to finish loading it.
Which one of you fellas is Howard?
I'm Howard. What do you want?
Mr. Bolton said to give you this. He looked kind of worried.
Let me handle this.
No, we'd better do what the note says, Steve, or else they might hurt Ann. Finish loading the wagons and get them started. I'll find out what this is all about.
Yes, you're right. Good luck.
Hello, Bolton.
Oh, Jesse, I'm glad to see you.
How'd it happen? Have you heard anything further from the raiders?
How did what happen? I don't know what you're talking about.
What kind of a joke is this?
What on earth are you talking about, Jesse?
It's a good likeness of my handwriting. Somebody must be pulling your leg.
If they are, it must be for some good reason. I must be getting old. This was just a means to get me away from the wagons. And if I don't miss my guess, they're going to run into plenty of trouble.
Well, good luck, son.
Here they come. Come on. Thought you had a scheme that was going to hold Mr. Howard. Well, he was there, big as life. We lost 3 men, and now they've got a heavy guard around the drilling site.
In that case, we'll just have to let them go ahead and drill that well.
You mean you won't even try to stop them?
That's right. We let them spend every last dollar of their loan on the drilling, and then when it looks like they're about to strike pay dirt,
we move in and wipe them out, huh?
We'll break every one of those dirt grubbers. So let them start building and drilling.
How does it look?
Very good. We ought to be able to bring the well in before the day's out.
I hope you're right, because there's a representative from the refining corporation coming out this afternoon.
Maybe we can put on a show for him.
Let's hope so.
Out of that stew. Oh, I was just smelling it. Getting kind of low on wood, aren't you, Roy?
What's the matter? You out of toothpicks?
No, I just thought I'd get you some more, that's all.
They expect to bring the well in today.
Good. We won't have to keep these explosives around long.
Plan still the same?
Right. Just wait for the attack. We'll cover your retreat.
Who's Howard?
I'm Howard.
I'm Finley of the Refining Corporation.
Glad to see you, Finley. Sidekick Steve Long.
Howdy.
Howdy. Driller, Mr. Grant.
Glad to know you, Mr. Grant. Mr. Finley?
Drink?
No, thank you. The board of directors agreed this morning to invest in your oil properties, providing, of course, that the first well comes in.
Fair enough. And I don't think we'll have to wait long for things to pop.
The raiders, take cover!
Chance of blowing the works now. A bullet will do the job just as well. There's no chance of blowing the works now. A bullet will do the job just as well.
Let's get out of here.
Well, I guess we're through.
She was due to blow in at any minute.
And what do we do now?
Well, we could rig a jury derrick in about 4 days, but the bidder's down there and... It's the whale. She's gonna blow. Get back!
Well, Finley, there's all the oil your company can use.
A lot of pressure. Come on, Joe! Let's cut her off! Blow in at any minute.
And what do we do now?
Well, we could rig a jury derrick in about 4 days, but the bidder's down there and... It's the whale. She's gonna blow. Get back!
Well, Finley, there's all the oil your company can use.
A lot of pressure there, but she's under control now.
Well, Mr. Finley, I've got to admit I've been worried. If we hadn't have struck oil, the farmers in Peaceful Valley would have lost their homes, farms, and everything. We can meet that deadline tomorrow.
No need to worry now. There she is, and time to spare.
Yeah, there's oil aplenty, all right. But there's also trouble ahead.
What do you mean?
These raiders. My company's interested in oil only if you can deliver it to our refinery.
Don't worry, we'll deliver it.
I'm not so sure, Howard. Those outlaws could stop you. The way things stand now, I can't advance you any money. Would you get my team?
Wait, Finley. We've got to have it by tomorrow, else we'll lose our property.
I'm sorry. Business is business. There's a lot of cash involved, and we can't gamble with it.
Mr. Finley, you don't understand.
Yes, I do, Long. And I wish I could act different. Deliver the oil, and my company will be glad for your business. Good luck.
And this, the biggest pool I ever tapped.
What do we do now, Johnny?
Well, we can't pay that note off tomorrow, so we'd better see Clark and see if we can get a little more time. extension, Clark. It'll take us 2 or 3 weeks to lay the pipeline.
Yes, I figured you wouldn't be ready to pay by tomorrow, so I wrote the people who loaned the money and asked them to let me give you a little more time.
You've heard from them?
Yes. This telegram came less than an hour ago. No extension. Unless payment is made in full, foreclose immediately.
But, Mr. Clark...
I know, Mr. Long, and after all, I'm only the agent. It's not my money. And I've got to follow orders no matter how I might feel about it personally.
But, Mr. Clark,
those farmers, Steve. Clark's right. He can't help us. So there's no use arguing with him or blaming him.
You mean you're quitting?
I mean we stop asking people to help us and start helping ourselves. We aren't licked yet. We've got until midnight tomorrow.
You can't build a pipeline in that time.
No, but every farmer's got a wagon or two, tar and plenty of lumber. There's time to build a tank on every rig in Peaceful Valley by morning.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Clark, we've got until midnight tomorrow. You be in your office, and I'll be back here with the money before then.
I'll wait for you.
We'll split up and tell the farmers.
I'll take the lower valley.
Tell them we want to roll by sunup, and have them bring their wagons to the well as soon as they're ready.
Right.
See you at midnight tomorrow.
That's a fool's idea.
But Howard might make it work. And if he does, there's no way I can get that land or the oil under it. Tell Lawton I want to see him. We've got to stop those wagons.
Drive on down the flat and wait with the rest of the wagons.
Well, that's about all of them. They'll be leaving right soon now.
Well, they're in for a rough trip. I've got men all along their route and in the wagon train.
Well, we're ready, Jesse. All right, Steve. Take the lead and let them roll.
All right. Ow! All right, men. When we get rolling, line them up and keep them close together. Let's go!
Here they come. Get going.
What gives, Jesse? We're going through? Sure. There's no other way to the refinery. Get 'em rolling!
shooting Blake now.
Guess all you want on that, Jesse.
It's a close call, all right. There's my horse. It'll slow us down to ride double, Steve, and I've got to get those wagons to the refinery.
You just have them pick me up on the way back to Peaceful Valley.
Fair enough.
Good luck. I'll lead it.
We're finished.
Not quite. We can still keep Howard from getting back to Clark's office with the money before midnight. We'll wait for him in Devil's Canyon. Come on. That Howard guy keeps this up, we'll be working for him. By George, you made it. Congratulations, Howard.
Thanks, Finley.
Ed, take care of Mr. Howard's horse.
Would you mind getting my coat off the saddle?
Come on, sit down.
Thanks.
How about a drink? You must be a little dry.
No, thanks. I'm in a hurry. I'm not out of the woods yet, Finley. I've got to get the money back to Clark by midnight, or every farmer in Peaceful Valley will lose his land, as well as the oil that's under it. I have no time to lose.
Oh, I'll get it for you right away. Here's your money.
Think we might have missed him?
I don't know. Listen. That's Howard, all right. Remember now, don't let him through.
He ain't fired a shot for some time. Maybe we got him.
We'll close in on him. Don't take any chances. The guy's a dead shot. Come on.
He must be hiding in there.
Well, all we gotta do is keep him pinned down so he can't get into town before midnight.
He's making a break for it. Get to your horses!
Been chasing a dummy.
Yeah, well, Howard got away.
Couldn't have got very far. This is his horse.
What about the horse Spike's been riding? He probably caught him. You two backtrack and look for Spike's horse. I'll try and beat Howard into town.
Sheriff Duffy?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Well, I'm Mark Tobin, Sheriff of Clay County, Missouri.
Glad to know you.
Thank you.
Sit down. Sit down. What brings you out in these parts?
Well, I heard about the reign of terror you've been having in your county. Sounded familiar. As it started about the time Jesse James dropped out of sight, I calculated that maybe he's responsible for the trouble.
You may be right. But these raiders we've been having so much trouble with all wear masks. When they take them off, they can walk down the street like honest citizens. Besides, nobody here would know Jesse James if they saw him.
Well, I'd know him. I've known him ever since he was a boy. If he's here, I'll find him.
You can depend on me to give you all the help I can. But there's one man can do you more good than I. He's been a thorn in the side of these black raiders. In fact, he's the only one that's been able to combat them. He's an excellent horseman and a dead shot.
Well, that sounds interesting. Tell me all about this fellow.
Well, his name's Howard.
3 more minutes, and every farm in this valley will be ours, and all the oil that goes with it. Yeah, Lawton's done a good job. Howard will never make it now.
Here's the mortgage money, Clark, plus interest. And with 2 minutes to spare.
Yes, Howard, you're just in time. Have a chair. Get the mortgage out of the safe, Tim. Up there. In the bottom compartment. And it's all here, Howard. Over here, Tim. Easy, Howard. Keep your hand away from your gun.
You two, get to your feet. Now get the mortgage.
You won't need it, Howard.
Now get it. Sign it. So it was you, Clark, who organized the Black Raiders and sent them raiding and burning the valley.
You'll never prove it, Howard. It'll be your word against mine.
You're wrong, Clark. We heard the whole thing. Good work. Howard, this is Sheriff Tobin from Missouri. He's out here looking for Jesse James. Tobin, this is the man I was telling you about. What you've just witnessed proves what I told you about him, don't it?
It sure does.
Howdy, Mark. Glad you didn't get here any sooner.
You know, Howard, I'm getting too old for this job. My eyesight ain't what it used to be. Got so bad lately, I can't recognize people no more. So long, Jesse.
So long, Mark.